počinje sada.
This is the Novi Sad railway station in Serbia, built in 1964. After a recent renovation, it was officially reopened in July 2024. Just a few months later, on November 1st, 2024, at 11:52 a.m., a concrete canopy weighing over 300 tons collapsed, killing a total of 16 people. Following the renovation, the station building had neither an occupancy permit nor a completed technical inspection. The initial estimate for the works was 3 million euros. In the end, the cost rose to 16 million. The station was renovated as part of the construction of the high-speed railway from Belgrade to the Hungarian border, a project of national importance carried out under a Serbia-China agreement. In Serbia, such deals are commonly made behind closed doors. In the aftermath of the tragedy, the investor, Chinese partners, Serbian Railways and President Aleksandar Vučić all stated that the collapsed canopy had not been part of the reconstruction. It would later emerge that each of these claims was false. Modifications to the canopy had in fact been carried out. In the first days following the collapse, those responsible were largely neither detained nor held in custody, with most released pending trial or allowed to remain under house arrest. 15 days after the tragedy, tributes to the victims begin across Serbia, held every Friday at 11:52 a.m. 22 days after the collapse, students were assaulted by officials and members of the ruling party while paying tribute in front of a university building in Belgrade. The protests swell in size. In the days that follow, students initiate blockades at the more than 60 universities and colleges across the country. To the public, this marks a completely unexpected response from a student population long seen as apathetic and disengaged from politics. The students advocate for the rule of law, the fight against corruption, strong institutions, and respect for the legal system. They demand accountability. They distance themselves from political parties and refuse to meet with the president, stating that their demands do not fall under his constitutional authority, but under the jurisdiction of other institutions. They receive support from the public in Serbia, as well as from students in neighboring countries of the former Yugoslavia. Decision-making within the movement is based on the principles of direct democracy. Resolutions are adopted at general assemblies by a majority vote of those present. Every voice can be heard. Every proposal can be put to a vote. As they occupy their university buildings, students put forward an initial set of 4 demands. First, they call for the full release of all documentation related to the reconstruction of the Novi Sad railway station, records that are currently unavailable to the public. Second, they demand that the relevant authorities confirm the identities of those suspected of physically assaulting students and professors, and that criminal proceedings be launched against them, along with their dismissal if they hold public office. Third, they call for all charges against arrested or detained students to be dropped, and for all ongoing criminal proceedings against them to be halted. Fourth, they demand a 20% increase in the budget for public universities.
Motiv pa da promenimo sistem.
Ja stvarno bih voljela da živim u društvu gdje su kao promjene društva moguće.
Jedan običan čovjek je toliko sputan i stavljen sa strane, ruke su mu apsolutno zavezane, nema mogućnost da se izbori za neka svoja, pa da kažem, prava osnovna, dok ljudi koji, da kažemo tako, samo nisu obični ljudi, prolaze nekažnjeno za mnoge stvari koje rade koje su naravno na uštrb jednog običnog malog čoveka, jednog studenta, jednog prosečnog građanina sa ulice. U suštini mi sve nas vidimo kao jednu veliku zajednicu, i studenti, i građani, i učenici, i profesori.
Well, corruption in this society in our country is so deep, it reaches all the way down to dinosaurs.
How could you translate pumpaj in English?
Keep adding the positive energy, don't stop, and don't lower the tension.
Digitenzije! O, digitenzije! O, digitenzije! Digitenzije!
Postoji pravda i da sve institucije rade svoj posao. Kako treba da rade svoj posao i da nije korumpirana država.
Deca znaju šta hoće, samo to mogu da kažem. I neka ustraju na tome, da se lopovluk i ovo sve što se dešava u zemlji jednom reši. Bravo! Želim vam sve najbolje, od srca mi želim.
Students organize gatherings in multiple cities across Serbia, reaching them through multi-day protest marches, which, as many have said, in some way sent a pulse through the country.
Kako se osjećate?
Ne znam šta bih vam rekao. Ovoliko emocija, ovolika snaga, ovolika ljubav dečja. Ovo je nevjerovatno.
Odlično, odlično se.
Koliko vam je srce?
Ja ne mogu pripravno, za sve njih.
Naše je još veće kad ih čujemo da imamo takvu podršku.
Pozdravi bebu!
Nosite! Evo sastava! Ćao! Mnogo vas moram.
Kako se osjećate?
I srećni i tu.
Jako, jako, jako!
Niko nije umoran.
Čemu se nadaš?
Ispunjenje zahteva.
U šta veruješ?
U ispunjenje zahteva.
Kako je oko srca?
Pretoplo.
Žuljevi?
Žuljevi.
Srce?
Ništa. Ono je čisto i mekano.
Ova deca su oljubavila Srbiju. To je opis svega ovoga. Dakle, ovo je skup divne, pametne, misleće dece koja jasno znaju šta hoće i šta neće. I vrlo su kulturni, fini, pametni, elokventni. Milina ih je slušati. Jako su brižni, jako vode računa jedni od drugima. Tako da je prosto privilegija sa njima deliti vreme.
A šta studirate?
Biohemiju, većinom.
Jesi kod vas mučka nešto, no?
Mučka.
Kako će biti mučkanje?
Smučkat ćemo bolju državu, nadam se.
President Vučić has ruled Serbia for 13 years. While the country is formally on the path toward European integration, Vučić continues to cultivate ties with both Moscow and Beijing. His rule is described by the Serbian opposition as increasingly autocratic. Serbia remains one of the few countries that has not imposed sanctions on Russia, even as negotiations over the status of Kosovo continue under close international supervision. Meanwhile, Serbian ammunition is being sent to both Ukraine and Israel. The European Commission has included the lithium mining project in Serbia, led by the company Rio Tinto, among the projects of strategic importance for the European Union. There is a growing sense that Vučić enjoys the backing of all major world powers, who, preoccupied with their own crisis, pay little more than lip service to concerns over Serbia's internal political situation.
Svi mi verujemo. Lagano. Da, znači
Mogli smo još sinoć da stignemo do
šetamo
ništa
120 km, sad smo više tu smo.
At the end of November 2024, during a commemoration for the victims of the Novi Sad tragedy, an incident occurred in the town of Požarevac.
Da uhapsimo čoveka možda koji je vozio automobil. Kako bre da uhapsite čoveka koji nije prekršio zakon? Ti si stao nekome na put, rekao mu ja sam Bog i batina u ovoj zemlji, ne dam ti da prođeš. I čovjek prođe. I ti mu skačeš po automobilu. I ti kažeš uhapsite tog što je vozio automobil. Jeste vi normalni bre?
In late January, after 4 young men emerged from the offices of Vučić's party in Novi Sad and fractured a female student's jaw in 3 places using baseball bats, Serbian Prime Minister Miloš Vučević submitted his resignation. Just over 3 months later, President Vučić referred to those same party members as heroes and later pardoned them.
Ljudi, ne može jedna pauza baku koja nam je napravila kiflice ovde!
Vučić and members of his ruling party labeled the protesters as foreign paid agents, accusing them of working on behalf of outside powers to overthrow both the government and the state.
Nije njima do zahteva. Njima je do obojene revolucije. I to je trebalo da kažu odmah, a ne da lažu narod. Sada uzvraćamo politički udarac tim slugama onih koji su hteli da provedu obojenu revoluciju. Propala im je obojena revolucija! Propala im je obojena revolucija! Uništit ću vas u celom svetu.
In their pursuit of justice, the students visited European institutions, cycling for 13 days to Strasbourg, and then running a relay ultramarathon for 18 days to Brussels. On March 15th, the largest gathering in Serbia's history took place in Belgrade, with some 300,000 people responding to a call from the student movement. During the event, some form of sonic weapon was reportedly used, a claim supported by testimonies from over 3,000 citizens. The government denied all such allegations, dismissing the public's reaction as staged and orchestrated.
Niko, nigde nije primetio nikakvo sredstvo koje se može nazvati zvučni top, zvučni uređaj kako ste vi napisali ili bilo šta tome slično. Dakle, da ponovim, niko to nije koristio. Nigde tako nešto nije primećeno, uočeno, zabeleženo, dokumentovano, kako god hoćete.
Just a day after this statement, a photograph surfaced showing a police vehicle equipped with an LRAD 450XL acoustic device in front of the Serbian parliament during the protest. The Minister of Internal Affairs then offered an explanation.
Evo, to je to.
On može da služi, ne daj Bože, u nekim katastrofama.
Kad je požar.
Ne daj Bože požar. Da se pozove sa daljine, ne možemo da priđemo, da pozovemo ljude da ne prilaze.
This is a test of the long-range acoustic device.
As their original demands remain unmet after 6 months of protest, on May 5th, the students issue a new demand: early elections in Serbia. They state they will not run as candidates themselves, but will vote on a candidate list through their general assemblies. Meanwhile, repression against dissent in Serbia is intensifying. There are political arrests and persecutions, widespread surveillance, raids on civil society organizations, and the expulsion of foreign nationals.